Yo. Hello, guys. Okay. Welcome. How's it going, guys? I have not played a Necro for 5 seasons. Well, next season's gonna be pretty decent for Necro, I'd say. The last 50 minutes was I pooping, eating, or spying? I was eating. Actually, not spying. But I was discussing something with Nini. No max or wallpaper. And it's just like the standard Windows 11 wallpaper here. I actually didn't change it yet. I'll do that at some point. Oh man, I have way too many tabs open from all this Maxwell stuff here. So many tier lists. Alright, anyway. We're gonna build the quill for now. Hello guys. Hello Rias. So I have finished all the Balazan stuff, including the new guide. That will also be the base for the Fresh and the Rake version of Balazan. And I've done Stinger. Now I'm doing Quill. That's the go-to Spiritborn leveling build. It's Evade. We're gonna have an Evade guide, which is at #1 of leveling tier list. Why does the build not work with Death Trap Rogue? You either don't have enough energy, or you don't generate enough energy from Aftermath, or you just don't have enough cooldown reduction for your Death Trap. When is the Tiddits coming out? Well, whenever I enter stream, basically. It is like the way it feels. I mean, you don't have to play that, there's other options. Spiritborn in general is relatively fast. But yeah, Evade is definitely a really good starter. Will Druid builds be an overall S tier? Nah, Druid is kinda weak. There's Flash Window Druid, which is relatively strong, but it's like a very weird build. I guess a lot of people are probably hyped for the polarized stuff, so we expect that to be pretty good. Boulder is going to be pretty solid. I guess Cataclysm will remain like a pretty good like speed farmer at least. But yeah, Druids are one of the weaker classes for sure. Polarized, standing in a puddle for 10 seconds. Now it's the opposite, you have to like go out of them. And then you spawn more. So you kind of like go around all the time. And put the puddles everywhere and then you pump. I'm kind of excited to play that actually. Alright, so this is Season 9 Quill Volley. I need to fix that. So I think first of all, Yen's Blessing is kind of dead. Delete. Put Duelist. Movement. We're putting the res. Since we just deleted all of res there. And then very low life. So let's put some life. So, like that. Most access is 2.2. Now that I think about it, maybe I should just put the Starless guys here instead of Midnight Sun. It's not really a huge reason not to. Do this. I think I'm gonna just like change the mythic variant to have Stardust from the start. Not just a push. Need some more damage. I don't really have enough lucky hit. Also solves the resistances a lot better. Solves the attack speed. Yeah, it's kinda nice. Thank you, Alric. Where needs to lay on that because it's not hot enough. Yeah, today it's actually quite windy. So I have the window open and it's actually okay. I'm going to replace the Panzer Tenacity. Temerity, I mean? I mean the aspect. Yeah, this is like not a very powerful aspect. It's only really good because you also get more damage from Colossal Glyph. And then it's like, yeah, okay, I have a bit more DR, a bit more damage. But I'm not sure if I'll actually go for that. But I guess you could. If you feel like you're tanky enough. For pushing, this might be an idea. Or maybe you just do that. Hi, Monkas. Currently, I don't have a lot of life here, though. But do I have stuff? I have stuff already, actually, so... Oof. I feel like I'm kind of low on all the stats. I'm low on life, I'm low on dex, low on res, low on armor. Beautiful. Now there's one advantage here, which is... we don't care about Fortify anymore, right? So how about that? So we do this. And now the resistances are in a much better spot. But it's still a bit of a struggle. If the adaptability here. Redirected force. It's kind of funny, no Moonrise. No rebounding. It's weird. It is actually weird. Yeah, I think I'm only gonna put the Mystic Circle shenanigans for the pit push here. So we have that. So. If we have 20, 30 attack speeds. And the DR. Okay, we have the DR, which is actually okay. Xan. Now the good question is, do we still run Xan Rune? I guess not. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do this. We definitely go with Quarks, yeah. So we do Ahu Quarks. Hawk. Q. Let's do this. Honestly, maybe just do that anyway. Like everywhere. Yeah, problem is it's gonna be kind of clunky. Outside of push. Of tenacity here. 2k life, 14k life, 2k dex. Planes power on the neck. Rebounding, redirected. How much resources do we have? 211. So it's like 125% buff or something. Which is pretty close to redirected force. But not quite. If we assume permanent uptime, which we have. I think we do this. I think we do this. Can we get healing from anywhere? $232. 262, so it's like a 9% loss almost. For the heal buff. Hard to say really. We have over 240 maximum resource that ability is better than redirected. Yeah, that makes sense. 233 actually. Now the thing is that we're not really far from that. And in fact, wait a minute. We have the potion? We have the wrong potion here. So this should be a resource potion. So we're gonna have that actually. And this should be that ability. And then we don't have to worry about blocking. And we can just press counterattack as much as you want, basically. Do we have annealing hits here? Actually, we don't go for annealing hits. Okay. We do planes power shenanigans. And now we have 236 vigor. This is without a GA here. And this is with a ritual glyph on the sapping board. So maybe you can actually move this somewhere else and get like a resource buffing glyph. Although, doesn't really look like it. So I think it is what it is. I have to check how much it would be. Let's make a new variant. So it will probably be Menagerist. No, we don't have a Centipede Scale. Revenge, we don't have Thorns. So probably Hubris, because, okay, it has Thorns, but it has very strong magic buff. Usually it's this one. So I cannot additive, 39 maximum resource. So this is the ability multiplier. And how much is it without? Okay. So this is with and this is without the glyph. Let's see, Kapaleka. What's this? Okay. And here, 2.375 times 218. So, what's the difference? It seems quite a lot actually, it's like 20%. 23.6% difference, holy fuck. That's a lot. So there's a difference of having 39 more resources. So we should probably go for the Hubris Glyph here. You can also save a few points and then put it somewhere else. I get a 10% and a 4% or so. But no secondary. And this, yeah. We don't have that much additive. How much additive do we have? Let's see. 100, 200. 6. 9. 1k. 1.1k. Dude, they have like no additive fucking damage, man. Oh wait, there's a bit of crit. What? Ah, Paragon is a lot. So what is it, 1100? So 1900, okay. So for example, yeah, Spirit is kind of carrying, we can't remove that, but it could remove Talon. But it's also a lot. 360. So that is also like almost 20%. Plus has a secondary and a legendary. What about Kenny? Kenny is a bit low. So I could drop Kenny. We put Ritual here, which is -5 int actually. So maybe do that. I also get a lot of points back, which is not bad. I have more enough strength anyway. So yeah, like this maybe. Let me get 7 points, which is kind of helpful. This can also give us res, can give us armor. More res, we kind of need it anyway. Okay, hit chance. There's also damage now, we actually want additive damage at this point. We also want res. This is why my res are so low, I didn't have any. Yeah, nothing was picked. Okay. Barrier generation, lucky hits. Yo, million peso man, thanks for Prime by the way, Ode. I know when the max rotator will be updated, that's when I press the button later. That will be after the stream. I'll start a Spiritborn. We're trying to do a 1 hour 1 to 60 in 4 men. Gonna be fun. I do wonder if you want to put Hubris on the other setups as well. Could be worth it. It also has much of additive and it has the strength, has the int. So I think now my rest should be really good. 11 overcap. So we can do this, this. 3% overcap. Okay, we're still fine. Only have 1500 armor. We have too much armor. So that could be life or dex. Let's put dex. Oh, 30. Yeah, that's a lot. So something like this, I think. It's probably the way here. Is there like another gem we can put here? We have bottled wind. Fracture core. We don't really need fracture core that badly, I think, on this build. Could go for the R. Yeah, there's not really that much we want to put here. We don't want a Thorns thing, we don't want a Tyrant. So... it's basically just this. And then we're gonna be really tanky. Control, denial, denial. And we're gonna keep bottled wind. But we need a power. So we can do the resource gen. We don't need that though, we have Kibeleke, so we do this. And the pillar. Look at how the Druid Stormclaw build might perform. Oh, it's utter trash. And this is where it will stay. Okay, Vortex, Vortex, Barrier Gen. Actually, I'm not sure if Bottled Wind works with Barrier Gen. I don't think it does. Resilient, resilient. Okay. Push with circles. I think I'm gonna delete this one here. Because we're definitely gonna go for circles. Yeah, our spike is gonna be pretty solid, I think. It'll be a first. It will actually be a first of the group play in season start. I've never done it. But yeah, with the Nightmare and stuff, it was kind of like a fun little thing. Although they probably nerfed it now, so we'll see. Yeah, Chronix, Condis, Panda, and me. We're gonna go ham. Let's see what happens. Okay. Basic damage. Is it actually still the best? No, it's the same as the others. So is there anything else? Overpower. Potency, Pestilent. Eagle damage. Okay, so it actually doesn't matter. Everything's the same. Because they nerfed everything. Kind of interesting that Distant has the same value as the Overpower. Huh. Okay. What do you have in a starter? Eagle damage. Can we just go with Eagle damage in that case, or what? So you just have the same temperatures everywhere? Yeah, let's just do that, I guess. Resource cost reduction. Wait, there's only 2 tempers. Okay. Not very much. So armor's 4.5. Rest is okay. Besides Shadow and Cold. So I guess it's not quite okay. Man, it's a struggle actually. Without the Rakonov boots or without the Jens boots. So we'd have to... I think what we'd have to do is this, yeah. We have layered wards, so maybe it's fine. 7k life seems a bit low, but it's probably okay. Maybe it's a bit low. I can do this. Mm-hmm. I've too little movement speed though. On the other hand, maybe it's fine for jumping around and stuff. We want to remove the Scourge. Just do this. It's not the worst idea. It's kind of sad that they never actually fixed this. So somewhere in the patch notes, I think this was during Season 8, like mid-season or something, they wanted to buff this to 3 seconds, I think, or 5 seconds. But it's still 2. Wonderful. They actually never fixed that. Okay, we get Unstoppable. Do we need that? We are supposed to have Armored Hide all the time, right? So it's fine. So we can do the Perseverance. Okay, the one and follow through. Okay, the one in the insta one shot. And that's about it basically. So we can do a diminishment maybe. So I think this is kind of fine. Okay. Now I have to do the armor here. Long cast, dude. Do we have any armor? We have no armor rolls, and I think it's because we... okay, we can do this. So we have all the rest, and instead we remove the rest roll and put armor roll, and this should be fine. 9, 8, 9. Oh my god. Okay. So something like that. Okay, so this is it for the push. Do you get 23 Orchid on poison? 14 on fire, that's because of the ring. But also lightning. Where's that coming from? Ah, we have like a little bit on Paragon, right? Okay. Safe. That looks fine. I still need to decide what to do here with the glyphs, with the runes. What do we have here? Poksan, Neojar, Pokyu, and Ahu Quax. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't do the Sun anymore. But also we don't really need Q. And Pok. Shit. Pok and Quax doesn't work actually. It bugs out. So I think we'll do Ahu Quax anyway. Just to get a nice damage buff. And then we'll do Pokyu. No. What is it? Neojar. Neojar or Ignijar? Maybe this. How about Speed Farm? Should be basically very similar. You can also do Waldkin, Fit of Languish, attacks. Okay. Is Heartseeker a thing with Pangos on Victimize work? Heartseeker is like somewhat playable, but nothing crazy. Pangos probably won't be used, but Victimize will be used. Like the Pangosha fix is not really fixing most of the fundamental issues of the item. There's still a lot more that needs fixing, so I don't think we're gonna see that a lot. Did it mention Hydras will attack faster? They did say that there's gonna be like some, you know, instantaneous attack when you summon them. Up to a certain amount of summons recently. So yeah, there's like some benefit to spamming Hydra for a bit. The most broken class to get T4 fastest? Spiritborn. Yeah, XP farming you can probably do with Heartseeker, alright. But it doesn't mean have crazy AoE clear, so it's not gonna do like, you know, 60-second runs or something. Is it possible to combine Grace God with the new Fawn Pants for a touch of Death Fawn Smack? Not really. Like for the gloves, you need, you know, crit and overpowers and these kind of things. And for Thorns, you need, well, mostly like dot damage and like Noxious Resonance stuff. So there's not really any synergy. Now that being said, I actually did make my setup in a way where you can equip Touch of the Crazed God and then just be invincible. So, you know, one big problem that the Balazan builds, all of them have, is that they're just kind of squishy in the high tiers. Because you get catapulted into like pit 100, pit 110 or whatever, and stuff just fucking hurts, and you can't build any defenses because all of your defensive slots are occupied with uniques. And even if you put like GA max life everywhere and stuff like that, it's really hard to really survive. But if you equip a touch of, if you equip the Touch of the Crazed God, then you're just invincible by default, basically. So it's not such a major damage loss to do that. Something I actually mentioned in my guide. It's better than equipping like, I don't know, Tyrus Might instead of Razorblade or so, because Razorblade gives you like almost all of your Thorns. And that's really the only thing you can swap. Or you can do like a Shroud instead of a Razorblade. Then you have like some kind of like hybrid between, you know, losing some damage, gaining some defense. But yeah, Touch of the Crazed God is kind of good. Spiritborn is changed in some way next season. Yeah, Spiritborn is very strong. Okay, let's do I actually change anything for speed farm here? As I wonder, speed farm. I think it's like actually just the same build, right? Scourge is definitely not going in there anymore. Let's do this. Check if there are any other adjustments. What do you have in the guide right now? Yeah. I don't actually do this stuff, so it's basically the same for speed farm. I do wonder if it would be better to go for a dex roll instead of an armor roll. I have really low dex, and I'm kept on armor. I want to see that. So with unyielding hits, you get 30% of 5,000 plus 542. So this is our weapon damage currently. Times 305. Now if you do this. Oh my god, the armor goes down a lot though. 3742 times 3,505. Nah, it is better to go for the maximum armor anyway. It just scales so much. Okay. I don't really see anything else I would like to change here. I guess one thing we could change is we go Soar instead of counter attack. It's like the only thing really. We already have Jar. Okay, Pit Push is done. So I have to make the Ancestor one. PTR. 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 Okay. Spiritborn is the best class on Season 9. I'm doing good, and you? Flurry any good? Flurry is okay. But there's better stuff in Rogue. Does anything change here for the Mythic variant? Not really, right? It's been a while since I touched this planner. Nah, I think it's gonna do the same. I think we're just gonna copy. Okay. So basically delete this. We go Midnight Sun. Scornful. Do this, I guess. This. We don't really want to cool down. We want this high. Okay. Now our rest is fucked though. And the thing is that look, I hate these rings, man. 37 fire, 37 lightning. Ugh. And we can't even do anything with like other gems because we have these Horonic jewels. Yikes. Okay, now we don't need this restore resource, so we can rest there, I guess. And this fire could be cold. And it's probably okay. I'm just like leave Shadow a bit undercapped. How about that? Maybe we're gonna do the same here since it's the same ring. So I get that. The advance is okay. This is okay. Counter attack is fine. 8k life, 5k armor. Okay, it wasn't too bad after all. Where do I have crowd control duration? Yeah, I think this was from season 8 actually. It's a barrier gen now. Okay. So I already have the vortex size, vortex. Wait. I want to do this then. Do we go for evade charges? Okay. So this looks fine. But we also want to move auspicious, I think. We do this instead. And we have barrier through bottled wind. Do we have anything else of area? Or is that just it? I had a Q. Okay. That's fine. So we can get some DR there, so we can tank stuff. Can delete this. Wait, did I actually, here I made a variant with the ritual. And here we have revenge. So 7k life, Monka. Yeah, so basically I have to level 2 other glyphs for pushing. Drop Kenny and Revenge. Spirit stays, Colossal stays. Talon stays. My question is, could we just do Hubris anyway? Let me check that. Edit. So let's just do this. And then it's like Revenge here, I guess. Also save a lot of points. I can't actually change anything here. But I can take these. Okay. Now we save 3 points, but get a bunch of stuff here. So let's see how much that is. 265. Should be like a kind of similar calculation as earlier. But I also have this on the neck now, right? It's 49, right? Okay, so this is with Hubris, this is about. But you also had Revenge over there, so what was that like? This gave us 17 max. So now we have 243. This goes here. And this goes here. Oh my god. Some of them were old. Shit. Okay, okay, okay. I have to close the others here. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. So on the right is Revenge, and in the middle is nothing, and on the left is Hubris. So let's see. Okay, the thing is that if I go with the middle path, I will have what exactly there? Kenny? If I have Revenge there, I will also have Kenny on the starting board. If I do this, I have Revenge on the starting board. I mean, Revenge versus Kenny should be kind of comparable anyway, right? This is a maybe 12, 15, and 10. And Revenge is... yeah, it's less than that. It's especially less additive. So this is maybe like a 4, 5, 15, and 10. So it's like minus 5% of this. Actually not. Since we have the damage and the other damage here, so that's actually fine. The bench here is kind of similar to a canny. So it's basically, okay, do we want to go for the hubris or not? What is the outcome? Yeah, that's quite good actually. We should do this. This is like more than 10% higher than this, which was Revenge Glyph in that slot. So I think we do that. So hubris it is. And you get 3 points, fuck. That I don't know what to do with. Actually I have like all these like rest notes here. There's also armor. I have a lot more points in Colossal here. How much res is this? Res. No res, res, no res. And apparently we're doing fine. So you could do this just to cap everything easier. Do you have like any investment into resistances? No. My armor's a bit too high now, but I guess we're just gonna do this. Pseudo Hubris. Revenge. Getting some life note, I guess. Like that, and then... any other like 2 random points. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Sync. Ah, shit. I overrode the pit push. Not that much changes here, actually. We just did the ritual, right? And the rest was kind of the same. But I have to, like, put a few other points. I need 9 points now, only. Actually, do I need that armor at all? Not really. What about the rest? Rest wouldn't hurt. Probably have to get rid of some of these, yeah. 2-pointers. Actually need that. Ah. I think this is fine. So we only changed one of the glyphs actually. Keep Hubris. How's the rest? Perfect. Okay. That's a lot of points. I have to definitely drop something here. Okay, so something like that, I guess. Yeah, that's that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think this is fine. They didn't do anything, just a Noxious Resonance, sadly. I was hoping and then telling them, like, please do something to, like, you know, make the boss fights a bit better and stuff, but nothing happened. What's going to be the meta? Oh, that was Spiritborn. We're done with PoE League? Yes. You see Chris Wilson making a new game studio and YouTube channel. I saw that someone posted like this 25th anniversary Diablo 2 video with Chris Wilson, but didn't actually watch it. Didn't realize he would make a new studio. It's kind of strange. I thought it would be like chilling on the beach for the rest of his life, but I guess not. Start Hider and then play Polarize. That sounds like a good plan. He doesn't want to be a big boss anymore. That makes sense. Okay. What do you think about Rouge and Barb nerf? Oh. What the fuck's happening here? Okay, can you guys see me? Yeah. Somehow my screen was flickering. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, rogue nerfs are fine. Barb nerfs gonna be pretty disparaged. But I made a video talking about what will happen most likely with like the pit scaling, and this probably means that most of the nerfs won't feel so bad actually. Hydra confirmed, yes. Okay, there's one more thing I need to do here, which is the leveling stuff. Which doesn't change that much, to be fair. Actually, I realized this Seeker stuff is gonna be kind of nice now. Seeker, Shagua. I think the only thing that's gonna do is that at the start I'm gonna go with Withering Fist here. And here as well. Actually, here we already swapped to Thunder Spike. At 26 points, you're gonna be level 15. So, yeah, that's actually just for the first two steps. And then it's Thunder Spike again. But I want to see if there's like maybe some inconsistencies, because someone mentioned something about maybe there is some stuff missing. Let's see. Okay, start. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I have 4 points in Quill already at that point. And then Soar, Ravager. I get Measured Ravager. I get the 5 points. I get Velocity. Thing is, we already have Soar for some reason. So remove that. We have this. Then we have the vulnerable here. I don't think we really need that, to be fair. Let's have one in fueled. We have the Claw, we have the Seeker, and we have the Vital Strikes. I mean, Seeker with the guaranteed crits is gonna be kinda nice now. Then we get the passives. I think I'm gonna do the Unstoppable here. Yeah. Actually, no, we don't. I forgot. We saw the Vital Strikes. So let's keep that. One, three, three, three. 1, 1. Okay. This is fine. Get a 5 points in the Seeker. Potent. Now, how do we trigger Potent? We don't have the Jaguar main hall. So Potent is actually not really that important here, I'd say. I think at least we can leave that out. We don't really care about this for loading. What we can do is this. We'll have it sometimes. There's also this. Probably want to put the resolution there. Maybe even the maximum resource. And then we need to pick up Potent at the end. I think that's fine. And then Torment has a bunch of respecking. What? That's because I'm intensely leaning in for the cooking. Yeah. Okay, let's see the starter stuff. I wonder if there's actually some fixes we have to do. Eagle damage everywhere, resource gen. This is also with Vital Strikes. Wait, they actually buffed this to 10 vigor, huh? I think it used to be 5, if I remember correctly. Thank you. Okay, Fell Soothsayer is something I need to remove, actually. Fell Soothsayer does not go in there when you have Vital Strikes. This doesn't work. Rebounding, unyielding. What can we do? Accelerating is fine, I guess. Curse Touch. Binding Morass is not terrible. Maybe Binding Morass, we get a slow. And we generally have good boss damage anyway. It's also conceded. Yeah, we're still accelerating, it's fine. Just kind of works, it makes it feel fluid. This is okay. Now we want some gems. Idle. I think this is a Horadic Crest, right? And it's gone for light. Oh, we have the wrong gem still. Okay, I have to fix that. Okay. We have 2 times the same, so rest it is. Okay, can I get a bit of tiny res somewhere? Is it like a thing? Here's a res. Okay. Crit chance or res. We might not need that much crit chance. But you're also not gonna have perma seeker. We're gonna have very low uptime of seeker, so it is what it is, I guess. Suspicious. Drunken moderation is definitely not something we really care about. But vortex sizes. Do we not have vortex size here? Seems like we don't. I think at this point we wanna get the vortex. So it sounds like we're gonna drop Soar and do this instead. We have armored height resolve generation rate, but it's not on the bar, so let's change that. The rock splitter block chance bonus. Because you're supposed to use it every few attacks anyway. So a lucky hit chance to restore resources. It's a bit of a damage loss, but it should proc often enough. Every few attacks to get like some free attacks. Should feel comfy. Force power interdiction. Okay. Change the runes a bit. Can do what is that called? Sem, Lum, and Seer. Says Gar. Qua. Does earthquakes? Do we want to do that? The wolf companions. I need to freeze everything, I guess, and do a bit of damage. It's probably fine. Actually quite a lot of changes here on this build. Mostly thanks to the Xun change, and that also like triggered a bunch of other changes. Okay, I think we got everything. And like some other tweaks I made with like the pit push now having the circles. So it goes like all in there. It's not as big as on the Balazan builds. On the Balazan builds, the circles are something like a times 20 or so. Times 18, times 20. And here we have 7. It's like a times 8.5. Because it's only on the neck and it has less Mystic Circle potency here. Because you have to go for a lot of other stuff. Actually, I wonder if I shouldn't just go for... less attack speed and put the other gem there. Maybe this is tanky enough. I can get 30% attack speed. So I can save attack speed roll there. Don't masterwork it here. Get a dex roll. Juice it up a bit. It's probably not worth. Azurath is mostly a late game thing. The thing about Azurath is the proc does almost no damage when it's a non-ancestral. And then you also need to masterwork it up and so on. So if you look at this here right now, like a non-ancestral procs for 6,000. It's actually not, yeah. Yeah, 1,600 is non-ancestral. And then an ancestral is 6,750. So that's a pretty big increase. Times 4.2. Just from having an ancestral. And then you can have this. And then it's like, you know, times 6 or something. And, you know, then you can do this. And then you can do this. And suddenly this is like, you know, literally times 10 of what you're gonna have as a non-ancestral version. So for some reason this thing giga scales up. And not only that, but also there is a bug where this damage then multiplies with your attacks per second. So the more attack speed you have, the more damage this does. And you proc it more often, of course, so you have a double dip on attack speed. And this is kind of like the main reason why all these Azurath builds are actually viable right now. So for some reason it does that. So there is a lot of like late game scaling with Azurath builds. And then you have Fist of Fate that also has like, you know, giga range of stats and so on, right? And you can like masterwork that up, and like, this is like a massive increase, for example. and so on. Is there a cool Sorc build besides Hydra? There's Chain Lightning and Meteor. The thing you never really tested, and which you should do, is if Ring of Ravenous and Rend stacks work if Rend hits twice temper. My guess is it does, but I think our buffs are actually archiving Rend guide for this season, so that's not gonna be a thing really. Many builds of Rogues are Shadow Clone reliant. Yeah, it kind of changed a bit now though. Like Shadow Clone is still a thing, but it's like not the main thing anymore. So I'm actually very excited for Pen Shot, so Ava was like doing some cooking there and he showed me some stuff. Seems like Pen Shot, especially if Eagle Horn changes, depending on how it works, is gonna be very good. I think I still need to update my Pen Shot planner with Eagle Horn as well. So I need to do some cooking there. But at least we got the Quill Volley done. Let's finish the Crushing Hand so I can actually finish my Maxroll guides later. This is like the last build I haven't made yet for Maxroll. I have Quill, Crushing Hand, Stinger, and the Balazan Quill. And their level versions. So we need to do that. Where is it even? Season 9 Crushing Hand. So first of all, we have a new gem that doesn't exist. That's great. Which was the new uniques? Yeah, there was a list somewhere. It might be already in the cheat sheet. Maybe. Not yet, it seems. I didn't actually double check all of this here. So this is pillar. I want to do a pillar everywhere actually. I kind of like the pillar more than the other stuff. I have it here already. Here we have nothing actually, I forgot. So you have luminous, bottled. This is control, denial, this is power. I guess you can put the reactive ooze here for the starter. So I still get resources, it's gonna be nice. And for leveling as well. Okay. This already changed something on the Paragons. Revealing, sapping, viscous, convergence. So convergence is already in. I think I did that during Season 8 when they buffed it. No, I don't want to do any of the other stuff. If that was like a longer timer, 5 seconds is so short. If that was like a 10 seconds timer, I'll be happy with this, I think. Like redirected force, basically. I think 5 seconds is just not consistent enough. Okay. We have Outmatch, which is 22 resource. Colossal, Spirit, Turf. Can I change Turf to something better? Can't do Kenny. Actually, wait a minute. Does it work with physical builds? Your cold damage is equal to the highest. No, there's nothing for physical, right? Great. As realized we can now actually just do a temper for this, right? You can just do a physical temper. We don't need to actually get these non-physical nodes. At least this and stuff, and we just do this and we just cap it. It's kind of interesting strat. I'm not happy with the turf. We're tanky enough. So we could do another hubris angle. And I think that's actually the way. How much ISO is this? Not that much. How about we try that? And then we do an outmatch here. And put fitness here. Oh my god. It's like on the other side, dude. Wow, this is kind of shitty pathing, I feel, is it? It's sort of like concentration of dex nodes here, I guess. Maybe it's okay. I think we might not need those. Dude, 10 points left. Wait a minute. Okay. That actually worked out pretty well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now save this out. That's a lot of armor. This is fine. You have the Womb. You have Moonrise. Redirected, Unyielding. You probably want to go with the adaptability as well here. But now we need more attack speed. We already have a lot of attack speed. We have tenacity. Is that enough? Oh shit, what? Wait, how much does that add? 3.5 for your bonuses. That is like so little. Can we somehow get another one? I guess we do like 1 point there. Okay. Let's make it 2, because the Tempest might not be perfect. We have enough armor. So we kept that. Hey, Danny? Seems all leveling builds for Sorc have been updated. Yeah, Panda is doing those, I think. I think he's doing all of them, I'm not sure. But he's always fast. Is there an unnecessary strength node on the last Paragon board here? We can check. Could be because I changed the glyph. This one. Pork, you got 1 point. Guess you put it in the crowd control damage or something. It's not really anything else anyway. So it's basically the same stuff as we have here on Quill, but the difference is we go Jack, Hall, Main, Eagle here. Let's do Altkin. I think I'm gonna be an Altkin enjoyer for the time being. And we can also do this. Now we need a bit more armor. We have 1 roll, 2 roll. 1 here, 1 there. We are 8% overcut actually. So we don't need that. Can do this. Still overcut. Oh, what do we do here? We have another utility. I guess it's just barrier gen. Okay. Now the question is, do I want to go with Starless Skies here as well? And I think you might have to. We have exactly 5k armor. Beautiful. Do I have some footage? Let me see. I think I played Crushing Hand on the PTR. Did I do Starless, guys? Okay, so what do we got here? This is Quill. Chilling in a 90, okay. More Quill. 6 minute 90. Ah, even 95. Okay, here's Crushing Hand. So I need to check if I have the starters equipped. Actually, we can see the stacks here. Here's the starters. And to see if I did this for farming as well, though. Crushing Hand is definitely much weaker than Quill. Okay, here's a boss with starters. Okay, I see that. I remember this was an awful fight, man, because I always had to run out of the circles. It was bad. I want to see like some sort of speed run. Did I not do any? Here's a rake. Okay, I just swapped a rake. And this is way for without starters. This is no starters here. Rake with Capelleco looks so funny, man. It's so fucking large. Actually failed that. Okay. I kind of feel like I should not put the starters here. It's just gonna be like too inconsistent, even with more damage. But one thing I can do is we can keep that 30% attack speed thing. So that is nice. And then we can remove this here and we put the... well, we don't have it in the planner, but we're gonna put the Will Breaker there. So, what do I do now? I guess just gonna put a skull or some shit. Until we get the new gem in the planner. How does it work again? 40% more physical damage for 6 seconds. Supplies when first damaging a boss or elite when they are affected by crowd control. So only on boss or elite. Okay. Nice misclick. Okay. Ah, it was saved, okay. Yeah, missing a tiny bit of rest now, which we're gonna have once we have the right gem there. Dude, Spiritborn needs like at least 3 more aspect slots. How about that? So here I have Air of Perdition. I remember doing that. And then we have Jark and Gorilla secondary, and we lose the Brilliance. We have more movement speed, we have especially more lucky hit, and this gives us more status procs. I remember that. Now, what about circles? Do we do circles? We have circles here. Did I try it without as well? Yeah, I think these builds just don't really have like any pushing capacity, and there's just like they don't have the mechanics really. Even if you play with the circles and stuff. Crushing hand, I mean, you just don't push with it, I guess. It is what it is. Any tips right to level up? I'm going for 9 engines. Spiritborn should be able to equip Dagger as a second weapon slot. Funny. Why not? We have Yen's Blessing here. Whoa. I get across. Just the resourcefulness, Redamine, Soothing. Now we have this. We can go res on our here. We can go Altkin. Can move this, you can do that. I think Jens, goodbye. What about mythic boots? We take those boots, we take those pants. Delete. Now we also have vortex size, vortex size. What do we here? Barrier gen. You can send Chronix. Riff is also doing the planner update right now, I think. I already sent a Stinger guide. I'm gonna do more later. Go, go, go. Send it. Yeah, I mean, it's Sunday. We have to put out the guides. Let's go. Yeah, we have the chill stuff. But I think we're gonna do the break stuff. And then control denial power. I don't actually care much. Can disable the aura effects. And we do bottled wind for more barrier. I think that's not a bad idea. Just put bottled wind everywhere, I guess. It's just OP. Every 4 seconds get a free potion and a 50% barrier. Well, 7 seconds in this case, I guess. Maybe I should do disintegrate after all. But we'll see, maybe I'll swap it. We have enough of the restore resource thing here. If I don't have the Ravager, I'm wondering if I should do the replenishing Ravager and go for like one of the heal procs. I think that's not a bad idea. And then we're gonna get some mad Jaguar Hall procs. Did I do that here? Yeah, we have the Ravager. But man, there's so little lucky hit. But it is extra hits that we need, I think. Maybe don't do the circle stuff. Maybe it's just like not enough hits. Like we have pretty strong aspects adaptively, unyielding. Right, so you can probably change that, maybe? So do this. It says 35 ranks in Crushing Hand, okay. I guess we can do something like this. With Ahu Q, Pok Sun. So I think this has to be an Ahu Quax. As always. Pok is okay, but what do we do with it? Pok Q. Pok Full. So freeze everything. Can also sense funny stuff like Mod. But I think we are gonna be tanky enough, yeah. Vex wouldn't be that bad. Sea of Vex. It's 3 ranks. But we already have so much damage. So we're only 7% with Vex. But it does also speed up all of our cooldowns, right? Because we have 4 ranks here. We're gonna get even more ranks on Vex. So that could be cool actually. Let's go Vex and you have all the cooldowns. I should consider this on Quill as well, I think. Igni, Jar, Ahu, Quax. Yeah. For push. Pop Q, we kinda need the barrier. Builds should be getting updated today already. Today, tomorrow is like the days. So we have Hubris and Outmatch. Let's do this here. Wait a minute. Oh, we also did this, right? We changed the other glyph here. We had fitness down there. No more turf. Okay. What? What the fuck happened here? It just didn't register the clicks. Oop. Okay. So, something like that maybe. Okay, I think this is fine. Delete that one. Okay, put 1 more point. Alright. Yo, the Evoker figure. Can switch Hubris with Bane on Spiny Skin on Rake for more Thorns. Hubris of Bane. Wait, let me check that. Talking about the Quill Balazan thing or what? No, it's not this one. I mean, what changes here exactly? We don't actually have Bane. It's only on the Rake build, I think, where Bane is there, because here we have Wildfire for the cooldown. That's kind of important. So here... I mean, you can get a lot more strength here for Bane, but you just don't have points, really. And also, you don't really want to put like a magic buffing glyph here, because there's like really shitty nodes. Like okay, percent damage is fine, but here the Thorns nodes, they're kind of crap. So you kind of want the additive instead. It's also relatively efficient pathing as well. Think about what is the simplest build for getting back after breaking the 3, like 3 seasons away? I don't know, Minion Necro maybe or something. Minion Necro is powerful and pretty chill, I think. Okay, let me see the loading stuff while we're at it here. So I think I'm gonna do the same Withering Fist shenanigans. Although, do we care about the resolve? Actually, we care about the resolve, right? In fact, we don't even want to do the knockdown, we want to do this. Because we will have resolve. Let's do it. Interesting, the T1 start is actually the same as in the loading guide here. Wow. How much did they actually buff Rock Splitter? I want to see how much they did that. Yo, J Rockets, thank you, man. Damage increase from 20 to 50. Third hit damage increase from 28 to 80. That's actually a lot. So I definitely want to do a bit more like basic attacks. And it's fine to not have all the time full resources. Like, your Rockspit is actually kind of comparable to the Crushing Hand. So it's kind of funny. I wonder almost if we should just go for Prodigy's Temper. Cast 3 times the Rock Splitter. Get a bunch of Resolve. Maybe you want to do that, actually. Instead of the Vital Strikes. And then you get like a bunch of cooldown reduction. You can take the Devourer. Just have a Devourer out all the time. You get Supremacy all the time. It might actually be the way, now that I think about it. For leveling, Druid Earthspike should be amazing. Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure if you can get the aspect for a dungeon, I don't think so, but at least you can get something like Rapid or so if you want. But even just like baseline, they buffed it the most out of all the basic skills, I think. How is standard cool without Fawns? Yeah, I think it's still put it in A tier. It's gonna be okay. Hydra Sorc. Hydra Sorc is also a good suggestion for like an easy chill build for next season. Okay, let's fix the runes. Semlam. Seer. Seer and what? We can do Gar. Nah, it will just constantly run out, I guess, right? Actually, it doesn't run out. That's also not such a big buff. Can do the wolves. We decided we put magic runes in the leveling guides. Because we're really only gonna find those anyway. Okay, to change the glyphs here and the runes. You can do Neo Quarks. Every 4 seconds you get 1 second. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. I think it's gonna do Ahu anyway. This will feel so sad, it's fine. Just go unrelenting and hope for the best. And I think we're gonna do this. Here we go, Prodigies. And we're gonna do this. We only need 1 point in there, actually. So I do with all these other points. Can do this. Do have some vulnerable uptime there, which is nice. Do we have unhindered or unstoppable from anywhere? Nah, not really. I don't want to do this because it's gonna cost too much. I mean, guys, you can also just like, instead of spending your resources with Crushing Hands, you can also like, you know, 1 combo with Crushing Hands, do 3 cards in a row, and then can like 1 combo with Rushing Claw, 3 cards in a row. And you can proc Prodigies that way. So that's kind of neat. Maybe I should just put more points in the Rock Splitter. I think it's not the worst idea. Can I cap this? If we have 5 ranks in there, we're gonna get 20% reduction per proc, right? So 20% on this is like 7 seconds. It will last 15. So we only have to get 3 Prodigies procs in 15 seconds. And we're gonna get the full cooldown reset, assuming that we actually proc the first part of Prodigies. So 1 Prodigies proc every 5 seconds. Should be kind of manageable, I think. Oh man, now comes the fun part. You have to fix the rest of the tree. Oof, let's go. Map acceleration and brilliance. Yeah, okay. I think going for like 1 here is okay. I should probably get this earlier as well. So that's 11 points for the last step, that's fine. We have Swift here, but later I don't actually. I don't think I really want that. Should probably get this earlier. So we can actually proc the prodigies properly. Maybe we're gonna skip this step actually. I'll probably need this step or two as well. We're gonna do like 2-2, and then we're gonna get more points later. Where else do these points go? It's just like, no. That's this. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this here. We just like max out these as early as possible. That should probably be like a step in between, right? That was like 15, 16, 11, 12, 7. Okay, I think this looks fine. It's kind of insane to go for 5 and 5, but I think it makes sense here. You can actually kill stuff with rocks better. Yeah, we have 5 points in Ravager here. I don't think we actually do this. I also don't go for resolution, I think. Yo, Alex. Hello, man. Thank you. Okay, I think we kind of got it here. Oof, okay. Great smile, by the way. How you doing? Do you have a video how does gameplay look like from the Thorn Spiritborn? I will make the guide probably for tomorrow, because I've been cooking a lot on the build over the weekend now, and finalized everything. But yeah, I will make a guide that has all the 3 variants with Quill, Rake, and Thrash, and the pros and cons, and then explains everything. Best build for Rogue aside from Death Trap. Pen Shot is looking stronger, and probably TB as well than Death Trap. Send your idea of a Rushing Claw Thorns build. It alternates between freeing enemies and doing Thorns damage to them. Man, you're really selling that build, you know that? Rushing Claw, Fear. Oh god. Yeah, okay. Good luck. Okay, I have to do the Season 9 stuff here. Okay, this one is already complete, right? Okay. This thing has 13k life, and the push has 8k. Yikes. What happened there? First of all, this is way too much armor. No, I don't just go to Quill because it attacks faster. It's just like, it has been traditionally the strongest version of Spiritborn. But in the future, we have also Rake and Thrash. And I think a lot of people will be excited to play one of the Jaguar stuff. I'm gonna be playing Rake myself, probably. Oh, wait a minute. We have too much attack speed here. Like way too much. So what do we do? Kind of low decks, so I can put decks. Maybe decks here. Wait. Okay. How much does Sims have? 6 auras. We're missing a little bit there. I don't know if they're unstoppable there, actually. Why not? Because of their armored hide, I guess. That makes sense. Should have more than enough uptime there. Don't need this. So we just swap the Soar in, and that's about it, I think, for the speed farming. Sia, Rex, Ahu, Quax. So you want to go Ja, I guess. Ja. Should be fine. Although Sea of X is also nice because you just get more cooldown recovery from the prodigies all the time. It's kind of tough to choose. I think the Ja will still be better. There's just like a layered ward angle here. Do something like this, and this. Probably res, actually. Maybe we don't need that much life, we can do a bit of dex. Oh, what do we do now? More resilient, maybe? Barrier gen, I guess. Okay, so this starter variant will also look a bit different here, right? So we don't do this. I should probably go for Vortex actually at this point. Vortex will feel pretty good. We could get some Vortex size, if Crushing Hand size. Vortex size. Oops. There's a freeze temper. So there's Rock Splitter, block chance bonus, Crushing Hand size. Crushing Hand size, let's do that. Oh, we have it here already. Okay. And I think at this point we should also try to get something like Tenacity aspect. Tenacity is gonna be pretty good. So get more resolve. When do we get Colossal Glyph? Pretty soon, actually. This is here, right? It's like Paragon 20 or so. Do we care about a Curse Touch? I wonder if we can get Vortex in there for leveling already. We have Soar here. And without Vortex size, it's not that crazy to go Vortex, I feel. On the other hand, it does feel pretty good. And it knocks down everything, which gives us the buff here for Dominant later. I think we do this. Let's put this here. Yeah, I like this more. Then we're gonna do the same thing in a starter variant here. Also have the wrong runes here, so what do we do? So I have Crushing Hand size, Barrier Gen, Vortex, Vortex, Crushing Hand. So our glyphs are Ahu, Quax, and Seal Vex. I'd still like to do that, actually. Yeah, maybe Arrow Quacks wouldn't be a good idea right now, because they don't have Capitaga. So I could keep this stuff. Semlam. Maybe. Okay, I have Gorilla damage. Do I have conversions? We do. So you want to actually put physical damage everywhere. Oh, easy clap. Resource, crushing hand size. I kinda need to put some damage here, I think. Okay, I want to check this out again with the pit push though. So you have that ability, annealing, redirected, and then we have pit push. Annealing and that ability, redirected, same stuff, but we go with Gorilla secondary. But the question is why? There's 18%. 24% damage, yeah. Where Gorilla gives us 2 resolve stacks and a perma unstoppable. Perma unstoppable we have anyway. So we save 3 points and put them elsewhere, I suppose. Ah, wait a minute, we don't get... okay, I know now, because you have the Air of Perdition. We don't actually get the Eagle tag. Okay, so that's the reason. Okay, I think we're done here with Crushing Ant. Thank you, Wizik. Appreciate the 15 months. What's going to be a good but not super boring play campaign for leveling process? You can do Nightmare Dungeons. Nightmare Dungeons have been buffed and they have like a bunch of like extra XP affixes. So that's gonna be good. What is the most viable build on Spiritborn that doesn't use Quill? Rake. Actually, put a Rake at number 1 on the entire tier list. Although it might be kind of close with Quill. So it's like Rake, Quill, Thrash. It's kind of hard to say exactly where they all will land. But yeah, they're plus minus like a few tiers maximum. And they're all like the top 3 basically in the game. Ufel, by the way. Born Spirit one time, yes. Born Spirit one. It is. Oh, I forgot the season power here, so let's do this. Bottled, fractured, gleaming. Actually, I'll probably do the reactive ooze here for the starter. Okay. Do I have them in the Discord already? Let's see. No, okay. I think Andariel Spiritborn is kind of like out. So we're not gonna do that. have to put the right links now though. So this is Crushing Hand. It's Quill. And we need Stinger. I've done that off stream already in the morning. Okay. Actually, yeah, I think Andariel. Did I actually, wait, do I have footage from Andariel? I wanna see. Did I play that? Yeah, PTR, tier 90. But then boss. It just doesn't kill bosses. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, it's like the same shit as Balazan, just like even worse with bosses. So I think we're just gonna like not do Andariel. It's fine. Okay. So here we go. Is the tier going to be updated? Whenever I stop my stream at some point. And then I'm gonna like finalize them and push them out. Please no Andariel, no one needs the amount of lag. This build can actually lag, but it's not really bad. It's only like when you need like a giga large pull and there's like a damage reduction guy in there, then you can lag. But otherwise it's fine. It's mostly like the fault of the damage reduction aura dudes. For some reason they lag out the game a lot. Okay, so the hard part is done. You just have to do some updates on some of the other builds. So I should check out the Death Trap. Will be added. Yo, Brooker and Lord Remy, thank you guys. Okay, so one thing I learned is that the explosive glyph is apparently not stacking additive damage for this, but we want it anyway, right? Okay. So I need to see if I want to change the positioning of this glyph. So strength. Versatility is important here. Kenny. Snare is int. Ambush already has a lot of strength. Actually, they're changing Eldritch Bounty to now just give you that damage, right? Rich. Poison, Shadow, Cold, gain some rest and 4% increased damage. Yeah, that's actually legit, man. What the fuck? It's just cheap shots, but better. So I think we don't even run Exploit Weakness. We did this. And I don't see how much into this. 50 something. And here we have 70 something. Do I have something with a lot of int? No. That's a bit unfortunate, but okay. Scratching it's ever gonna be good. Yeah, it's a very good T4 build, actually. Always has been, still is. It's like one of my favorites, actually, on Spiritborn. Cold rest, wound reduction, wound damage, armor life. It's not that crazy. I think we do this. But the imbued damage there is kind of awful, so I think I might put the explosive glyph here and the snare here. 54 is okay. Actually, probably put Kenny there, snare there. What the? Then put explosive here, because I don't actually want to stack it up very much. I kind of want this as the last board. Still like a better exit. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 5. Okay. We're actually missing a dex node here. It's funny but true. So let's do this. Actually, let's do this so we don't have to take this node necessarily. Yeah, so we only stack minimum here because the stun grenade additive damage does not actually function with Death Trap, turns out. When you have the, I think, Trickster aspect. Damage too close. Ambush is pretty stacked. Okay, so there's something here. Leave more points now. That's unintended. Look at all these points. I actually don't have anything to take. So there's this here, but I don't really care. I just have 16 points left over, I guess. Sure. Yeah, let's remove some though. So don't really want to move anything here, I think.
straight.
Yeah. There goes my ice cream, guys. Someone wants to buy Nini's shit in PoE. I heard a ding. We can probably move some here. This is not really strong notes. I think the attack speed is fine. Do we still have 60? Yeah. So I think that works. I think now we are definitely have to move some stuff here. This is live. Res. Damage action on close, damage action on distant. Yeah, we don't really care about the distant that much, to be honest. I want to keep that. Oh. Okay, what else do we do? Also res. Actually quite overcapped. So we don't need this, but we'll need that. Okay. What do we have here? 30% attack speed. Do we want that? We want that. We don't go close quarters anymore. We go exposure. Not full, so okay. Scoundrel, vehement, surprise, logic, furor. Yeah, most of the stuff is basically unchanged. Just need to hit the 151 energy, which you can do just from the boots. And then we're chilling. Alternatively, you can do resourcefulness and have less there. You have the barrage setup, preparation. It looks actually very different. Poison trap, caltrops, barrage, concealment. Any other changes to the patch notes for rogues that I missed here? No, I don't think so. Definitely excited to try this, yeah. The Eagle Horn is gonna be fun. Xan. Do we still do this actually? Oh, that's a good question. Do we still do Xan? It's basically a third uptime on a 50% damage buff. So do we care? I don't think we care actually. I think it's just a full angle. And in that case, do we do Zan, Ja, and Pok? Full, maybe? How about that? I think that's gonna feel pretty good. What else is there? Vex can help, I guess, with cooldown. Get a mod. Quacks. I actually want to do a Quacks, right? Oh, I'm not 100% sure how Quacks interacts with this whole thing. It might not work properly. Do we have that currently? Where's that jump? Yeah. It's running Yule Quacks. And Sun full. Is that already updated? I think I'm gonna keep the jar for now. So if I can look at advantage here, there's a poison proc there. Starless. Okay, I think otherwise nothing really changed much on this. I think this is fine. Do have the caltrops. You have the smoke, so the only thing I don't have is the poison trap, but for pushing I guess you can throw that in there. So maybe do that. Don't need dash very much. So we do this. I don't think there's much else to change. I guess the jar. Yeah, so Flux. Let me see a Vex. Wait a minute. Okay, I need like a pre-mythic variant, I guess. So here we have high velocity, we don't need that. Surprise, Vehement Brawler. 1, 2, 3, 4. So conceded, I guess it is. I probably need crit as well. Death Trap cooldown. Probably need res. And we also need this. Scornful. You probably don't need these masterworks. Just 3 tempers and we're chilling basically. Epoch full. We have unstable elixirs and malice. How much is unstable elixirs? 8. 6% each. Frigid is 10 on frozen. Yeah, how much crit do we need? You have 26 crit, yeah. And here we have 64 crit. Now we can get guaranteed crits here, right? We actually don't need any crit then. Yeah, we don't need any crit at all. Okay. So let's move this. Don't need any crit at all one because you just press concealment. When you press concealment you get both. Causes all skills for 4 seconds to be guaranteed crit and 1. That's kinda insane, actually. Is that another aspect that I might be forgetting? Hmm. Okay, I think this is fine. Cook Druids. I did Wolf and Earth Spike. I'm not planning to do much else on a Druid this season, but I'll play those two a bit. Why no Banished Lords? Banished Lords is freshly downgraded to F tier. Unique, actually. Yeah. Banished Lords is as dead as it can be. And even in Season 8, you know, he didn't really run Banished Lords necessarily. And now Overpower is just gone, basically. Man, you're fast, Noobs GP. Why do we need to have GA live and a crossbow for Death Trap? Well, I don't say you need it, but you know, it's not really like a lot of defense in here. Okay, there's like damage reduction from trapped enemies and shrouds, and this is basically it, and a bunch of little stuff on the Paragons. So 16k life. You will not be able to live through everything, but most stuff at least. So having a bit of life is nice. You know what else you want to go for? I can go GA Dex, I guess, but this thing already has 2.5k Dex. So yeah, sure. Usually I try to like even it out a little bit, like here's a GA Dex, here's a GA Life, and so on. Well, Balazan Crushing Hands. Yeah, no. I mean, you have three builds that have different strengths and weaknesses. So Quill has the most hits, so it's like pretty good to like especially take down bosses. But it has the shittiest cooldown management. Then you have Rake, which procs Balazan twice per swing because of Wild Claw's aspect, but has a very shitty number of hits for the Jaguar Hall. But it also has Giga cooldown reduction from the skill itself. And then you have Thrash, which is kind of like in the middle. It hits less often than Quill, but it has better cooldown than Quill, but worse than Rake. And then you have Crushing Hand, which just does nothing. It has a shitty number of hits, it doesn't get cooldowns. So you have like no advantage besides a bit of barrier, maybe. I can expect a tier list in a few hours. I have to do all these here tomorrow, I guess. Yikes. Plus the prep with the boys for the... Actually, the prep with the boys could be on Tuesday as well, worst case. And maybe like the last planners as well, but I kind of want to put out a bunch of videos as well. I'm doing a Max Sword podcast today. I didn't really think about it, to be honest. So, nothing. Let's check out the Azarath pen shot, because that's something I'm definitely gonna play. see that. First of all, this should go into the bottom slot here. Okay. Giraffe, poison. Delete this. Eagle horn. So just do this, I guess. It's actually crazy how easy it is to get 100%. And then there's attack speed. How much attack speed do we have? 130 cap 1. Monka ass, dude. Okay, so... what the hell do I do? We don't need that. So it's this. That's the only thing, basically. Tam, cry, ahu, quacks. Tam, cry, you say? Do I really want to do that? Ahuja sounds more like it. Can do Tam Quacks or some shit. Sounds kind of bad. Even if I attack really fast. We have Umbra, so we don't need mod. Cool. Maybe. Penitent is probably out. This is a Mangler angle. Just daze everything. Helm, boots, shroud, haste. Okay, we have too much anyway. Yeah, we have Caltrops duration as utility. How many ranks do we have in second wind? Plenty. Lucky hit chance, crowd control duration. Maybe go to this for a bunch of stagger. Yeah, so good question. Do we go Apogic Fury or do we just say fuck it? Just do Vehement Brawler. Trick shot. Yeah, maybe we don't even do that. I think that's fine. And fuck. I don't think we're gonna go for close quarters, right? We're gonna victimize. On the other hand, I mean, we do dash and shadow step around all the time, but we have to also like hit something in range. I think it's gonna be so comfy to just like go victimize and then only for the push you do a close quarter. Have a chemical advantage, 35. And that's it. 45 crowd control and 30 lucky hits. Idle and this. You have like way too much attack speed, dude. But realistically, we're only 50% overcapped and we have a Fist of Fate equipped, so realistically we're gonna have like a shitty Fist of Fate there, I suppose. But we can do something like that. We don't need close. What do we need? Shroud. We don't need turf. It's gonna be a headhunter, I guess. Canny, control, fluidity, versatility. Good question. Is that even still good enough? With the clone? Probably not. What about Ranger? It's only for marksman skills. So it's definitely a headhunter angle. Yikes, man. Can I do something like this instead, actually? I think that... Wait, don't we need the attack speed, right? Oh, shit. I have to do this. Okay. Wait, what? Ranged weapon, offhand? Oh, there's also attack speed on the Ashavrath. Dude, they just have, like, way too much attack speed. So I think I would actually just put, like, a 42 elixir there, so I just tank here for a push. Because there's not really any other reason. Let's do this, yeah. And you get a giga health. And you just tank shit. We have armor, we have res. Trick shot, Ashavrath, conceded. Yeah, that seems fine. Do we have enough here? 64% damage increase. But that's gonna be easier to stack now, right? Close quarters. Percent of damage close. So 25 to 50. Damage bonus cut at 90. Okay, so it's super easy to cap now, actually. Previously it was really hard to cap. Now it's like, you need like 200% and you're done or something. So easy peasy. I can probably just do Shroud Timbers anyway, because the turf is already enough. I need 1 point in the chill caltrops, I guess. Because realistically, we're not like, always gonna have that. Can do the dodge. And I think the same here. We have here with stun. It's control, deny. We need 2 controls, right? For this one. So we have a stun and a mobilize and the fracture thing. I think that's fine. And the break the wallers. Okay. Maybe we should do an ancestor variant here first as well. Ahuja. It's very easy on the rogue as well. It's always the same ham. Okay, this is like an Epoch angle. I can look at advantage maxing instead of frigid. I mean, attack speed is pretty good, I guess. Depends on where the breakpoints are. I think I checked the breakpoints. And then if you don't get another breakpoint, I don't think you want to go for alchemical just to have a bit more scaling on the procs. So you need to hit another breakpoint, I guess. Like I went for the 149. So you have a bow, which is 1.1. So 893 for the last breakpoint, so that's probably not happening. 73 though is maybe... I mean, what do we have in capture? We have 15 from close. So I need 12 ranks in Alchemical Advantage for this. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. We can get 7, 10, 11. So 11 is the max. So we can't actually do this. So we can only do on this one here. And I think that's the breakpoint I already went for. 149%. Which is 3 Alchemical Advantage. This game for Azurath beats Frigid? Really? I mean, even when you have like, you know, 8, 9 ranks or something, each point is like 4, 5% damage. 6%. And here, I mean, you have like an insane amount of attack speed already. So let's say we go from like 260 to 265. It's a 1.9. Oh, dark side. Sorc of Azurath has it become weaker or stronger? It has become weaker. Yeah, pushing wise maybe Alchemical is better because you just like blast into the boss. And you actually do a surprising amount of damage outside of Stagger these days. You don't even have to run like Cheap Shot, for example. You don't have any aspects for damage while staggered. So yeah, maybe it's kind of fine to just go Alchemical and just have more damage all the time. And yeah, okay, you also have more lucky hit, I guess. So that's that. Alright, Alchemical maxing. Fine. Is there like another aspect besides Epoch? There's accelerating. Do we do accelerating? I think it's actually an accelerating angle. Like, fuck this. Okay. Cold Clip is 40% now. Yeah, I think this is fine. We have Vehement Brawler, but okay. And like this we have how much attack speed now? So 100% cap 1, and then cap 2 we have a chemical. Yeah, I think accelerating is good. That's very good. Fuck it, let's just do that. So we have 50% a chemical, 80% there. What is that breakpoint again? 301. Yeah, it's actually reachable at 174%. So it's accelerating, it's 30, so then we need 44. So there's 9 ranks. So it's like... Is that correct? Yes. Pension is gonna be a huge thing, actually. You have that in Rogue Compendium? To be honest, I haven't really used it very much. But okay, we have this here. Yeah, that's neat, actually. Okay. Crossbow, bow. Well. Okay. Ah, here we go. Yep. Yep. Okay, so that's exactly what I have here. 193 is a bit optimistic. Dude, I wish we had people like you on Spiritborn, man. That would be great. Eva arrive, okay. Okay, guys. I think I have to finish more tomorrow, though. Did 4 hours of plannering now. Now it's a few hours of writing. Gonna do the tier lists. We already had our meeting, and it's gonna like finalize the stuff, and then I'm gonna have the tier list soon. The first guides are rolling out already. Otherwise, rest probably tomorrow. I'll also be putting out some videos and stuff, so stay tuned for that. Did I test this on PTR? I did do some pen shot on PTR as well, yeah. I did like Azurath TB, Azurath Pen, and Azurath Barrage. Right now we're expecting this to be, I think, the strongest on the rogue even surpassing Death Trap and TB. Or at least somewhere in that range. So that depends a little bit on how Eaglehorn will behave exactly. But yeah, the pen shot stuff is definitely gonna be good. Okay, hope you enjoy the stream, guys. That's what racks. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.